This is the Ox and Q Show. Ox, it looks like you cut your hair again.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that hair.
Got to be clean cut.
Yeah. Well, I cut my hair every morning, Ox. It's
what hair?
It's called a close cut.
Yeah, right. I was just thinking, there's some things in our life we have to cut. And I remembered some of my old friends that I really miss them in my heart, but when I think about what they're doing and they're still out there using and drinking, I had to cut them out of my life because getting around that, some of those are triggers and they're really not working on anything to try to stay clean and sober, and I am, and I plan to stay this way. So I was just thinking about that today.
What I was thinking about is, everybody has to have a plan, and if you don't have a plan, you do have one. It's called you're planning to fail, and so you have to stick to the plan, and you can vary if you have one. You can vary from it, but you got to have something to work off of, And so,
a base plan, and like short and long term goals.
That's right.
But you got to put a lot of effort into it. I was just telling a guy earlier today about, when we try to change to do things to make our lives better, we have to really analyze it so that we know that the plan that we come up with, that we have everything covered.
Good point. I mean, that helps, and there's no doubt about it. But you also have to make adjustments. I mean, if you can't make adjustments, you're going to struggle, and you got to be able to move within that plan. And if you can do that, those that make it through, that fight through, get through. I really believe that, and you have to have that stick-to-itiveness. That what got you here will get you home.
Right. And just one last point I was making, when we talk about manageability, being able to, when our life's unmanaged, but we have to learn to manage it, which means, when you're a manager of a store or a corporation or whatever it is, you have to look at everything. There's not much you can miss. You have to look at, your finances, your housing situation, your job. Everything has something to do with being manageable. And you have to have all your bases covered.
This has been the
Ox
and Q Show.